What's up, you guys? If you guys don't know me, my name is Jalil, um, and welcome back to another video. I got my notes and everything I need to just be able to really just stay on track. I do a bad job at staying on track at the start. I start rambling sometimes. When I start rambling, I just get out way off track. But look, what's up, y'all? My name is Jalil. If this is your first time watching my channel, I just make I make videos about self development, personal development, and honestly just doing what it takes to get whatever you want done. You know what I mean? Look, I speak in like fifth grade terms. See what I'm saying? This is not for the intellectuals. This is for the 3.0 GPAers. You see what I'm saying? And less. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are like me. I graduated with a 2.9. Feel me? But that ain't stopped me from making money. I want you to know that. For real ski. But yeah, look. All right, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm gonna try and keep this under 15 minutes because that's probably what the title is gonna be. It took me 27 years to learn what I'm gonna tell you in 15 minutes. So I'm gonna try and keep it under 15 minutes. If I don't keep it under 15 minutes, my bad. Yeah, I mean, but the content is gonna be here, and honestly, I just want you guys to. I mean, especially if you're younger than I am. I'm 27. I just turned 27 last week. That's why I felt like really inspired to make this video. And yo, I'll out of these 27 years that I've been alive, that I've been experiencing things I've experienced. These are some of the things that I came up with. Some good points, honestly, that I feel as if you all implemented this into your lives today, especially if you're just now graduating high school and you're about to start really your life journey for real, just like not just figuring out where you fit into this world. I really think if you guys take some of these 5 points and apply them to your life, then you guys are gonna really like experience massive results in life a lot quicker than you will your peers. So, um, I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with point one, and that's too many people wait for the perfect scenario to start living in their purpose. Right? Truth is, there really is no perfect scenario. There is no perfect situation that you think that you can wait for to get into before you start doing what you feel your purpose is, right? So for instance, um one person might say, "Oh, I really want to be a coach one day, but I have to wait until um dang, I just got lost, bro. I hate when I get lost. I'm gonna have to edit this video." But let me not use coach as an example. Let me use something different. I just gotta think. Oh, somebody says they want to be an entrepreneur, right? But I have to wait until I get out of debt to do it. Well, getting out of debt isn't going to equip you with skills to be an entrepreneur. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, you just got to do it, right? You just got to be willing to take the risk to do something that 99% of people aren't going to do. To come up with ideas that are going to solve problems to mistakes that either people are making or mistakes that you see in the world, right? That's a much better example than a coach, right? You're not going to to get to a certain scenario before you start doing the things that you want to do, right? And if you already have that mindset that, oh, I have to wait until to start something, you're already in the wrong place. You have the power today to start anything it is you want to do, especially today in the technological age. Bro, we got everything at our fingertips, that we need to be successful in life and to get the results that we want to see in life. It's all at our fingertips. You just got to have the ideas and the thought process and the thinking to, and to know where to go in order to receive the information you need in order to do what you need to do. YouTube is a good place, is a good outlet for that. YouTube is one of the biggest search engines in the world. So getting on here and, asking whatever questions you need to ask or getting whatever information you need, you can all find on YouTube. I mean, TikTok is a good source too as well. If you go in there, you type in, oh, how do I become a lawyer? Somebody's gonna have a video about it. Or you get on TikTok and you're like, hey, sorry, I thought somebody unlocked the door. I'm tweaking. I'm gonna have to edit this video. But yeah, to cut some of the stuff out. I don't know. I might leave it in. Who cares? Um, yeah, you might get on TikTok and you're like, how do I make waffles? Somebody's gonna have a video of it. I mean, all the information we need is here, right? Well, all the information you need to get done whatever it is you want to get done, it's here. We just have to be willing to know where to go to get it, and then also, um, damn, I'm brain fart for some reason. Know where to go to get the information, but also, um, yeah, just know where to go to get the information. Oh, know where to go to get the information, but also follow the 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 steps, or follow the process it takes in order to do it. My second point is, don't fear taking risks, especially when you're young, right? When you're young is probably when you have the best. Being young is a gift, right? Because the younger you are, typically the less responsibilities you have. You ain't got to worry about debt. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have responsibilities. So when it comes to like taking these risks, they're a lot easier to bounce back from if you take any L's throughout the process. Whereas if you're 31 years old, you have three kids, you have a family to provide for. It's a lot harder to take risk. Well, it's not harder to take the risk. It's harder to come back from taking risk if you take an L, because you got bills, you got responsibilities, you got things that you have to take care of outside of the L you just took. For instance, you got a whole family and you got like, you saved up $50,000, and next thing you know, you're like, hey, I want to go buy this ice cream shop, right? And or you want to go start an ice cream business with, or some ice cream shop, pop up ice cream shop or something like that, and you end up vesting that whole $50,000 that you have saved into this business. And then after a year, the business flops. Well, now do you know how much time it's going to take to replace that $50,000, getting it however you were before? See what I'm saying? It's a lot harder to replace that money, because at the same time, you have a family, you got kids, you got all this kind of stuff. Now, it doesn't mean not to take the risk. It just means you have to be more conscious about the risk you take. Whereas when you're young, you're 18, 19, 20, you've saved up $20,000, you're like, hey, I want to go invest in a business, or hold up. Huh? They're just sitting outside. Oh. No, it's fine. Hey, you guys, this is my wife, Jazz. She's pregnant right now. We have a son on the way.
Hi.
She's still working. What a trooper.
Alright, I'm gonna take them for a little bit.
Bye, Carter. Bye, Carter. All right, you guys. Sorry, I don't even know where I was. So we're just gonna go ahead and go to the next point. Oh, I was talking about not fearing taking risks, especially when you're young. And honestly, to also add to that, the younger you are, the easier it is to take. Well, I just said that, but I gotta do a lot of editing. Hey, this is why I be getting 2 views video, because I be messing up. I actually prepared this time. I actually prepared for this time. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. I feel like if I leave all this stuff in here, I feel like I'm gonna have the most authentic, if like all the mess ups, all the I'm gonna have the most authentic YouTube channel on YouTube. No cap. You feel me? But because I mean, listen, and honestly, this is an example of one of my points on here. Progress is better than perfection. This video does not need to be perfect in order for people or you guys to understand the value in it, or to grab value from it, or understand the content that you're able to grab from it. Like, the video doesn't have to be perfect. All you have to do is be locked in and listen. You know what I mean? And posting this video with no edits and no cuts is a perfect example of progress being better than perfection. Because one day, a year from now, 3 weeks from now, my video, the way I'm able to make content could, I mean, it can't get any worse than this, right? It can't get any worse than this. I've messed up repeatedly, stumbled over my words, forgotten stuff. You can't get any worse than that. Those are all stumbles. Those are all hiccups. But guess what? One day, those hiccups won't be there, because I just learned from it today, or I experienced it today, and I'm like, oh, I could do this better. The next time I record a video, I could do, something else better. It's about doing things, knowing that you're not going to be the best at it, and then improving on that later, or tomorrow. It's taking life one step at a time. Baby steps are what matter. You had to take baby steps before you could even walk. You had to take baby steps before you can run. Progress is always better than perfection, right? And this video serves as an example of that. And that's what I love about just like the season of life I'm in now, right now, is, I'm in a season where I'm starting my business. Started my business back in February. So I'm building my business. I'm building this YouTube channel. I am building, a following on social media. And I'm loving the process because every time I post or, as the weeks go by, I'm learning something new every single week. And this honestly goes into my one of my next points, and that is find a mentor and be coachable. If I didn't have a mentor and was willing to be coachable, I wouldn't have made my first sales in my business. He gave me a strategy and a way to make an offer to be able to get sales on my birthday. To get my first sales in business. And honestly, it was a big win for me because I started the year praying and asking God, how can I make more money outside of my job? How can I make more money in less time that I spend at my job? I don't want to work a 9 to 5 forever. So I have to build a business outside of my job first before I can, fire my job and say goodbye to working a 9 to 5 job and being free and, entrepreneurship. I had to have a mentor that helped me build a strategy to come up with a plan to even do that. I had to find a mentor and then allow myself to be coachable to figure out different strategies that I can use YouTube to make a profit and to provide for myself. While at the same time understanding that building a business and building a brand takes time, and that's completely fine. Be coachable. LeBron James, who's, arguably one of the best basketball players in basketball history, I can guarantee he wouldn't be where he is today if he wasn't coachable. He had to be coached by someone. He had to be refined by someone. And he's being coached by people currently who are half as good of a basketball player as he is. Yet he's still being coached by him. Right? We all need refining. We all need to be coachable. In fact, a coach's favorite player is someone who's coachable because they're able to refine your skill. We all have a skill. We all have a skill, a natural skill that we were born with. And if we sought to have that skill refined, then we'd be the best that we could possibly be at that thing instead of trying to do the refining ourselves. There's people who are naturally good at singing, but when they take coaching lessons, they become better at singing. They're able to hold notes better. They're able to, find the right key, I don't know nothing about music. I don't know nothing about singing. So that's not my expertise. I ain't even gonna get into it, but yeah, you take coaching class, with the singing, you become a better singer, right? You talk to, you go to people who have been doing sales for years to get advice about how to be a better salesman, right? You go to people who are married, who've been married for 30 plus years to get advice about how to work on your marriage. You see what I'm saying? Everybody needs refining. We all need a mentor. And we all need to be coachable, willing to have our skills refined, willing to take advice from those who have gone before us. Because if you look at it and if you find somebody who is older than you are, that's in the exact position that you want to be in life, and you take advice from them, they're able to take out the forks in the road so that you won't have to go through all the failures that they went through to get to where they are. If you want to be if you want to be a 6-figure entrepreneur, 7-figure entrepreneur, 8-figure entrepreneur, you have to be mentored by 6, 7, 8-figure entrepreneurs because they'll tell you exactly what to do to get to where they are. All you have to do is walk in my footsteps. See what I'm saying? And my next and my last point. My next and my last point is, and I think this is one of the ones that I can't stress enough. Because I've seen in my own life how important it is and how much it drives just, your outcome in life. My last point is the person you marry and the career you choose are two of the most important decisions you make. The person you marry and the career you choose, because those two decisions are going to shape your life, and those two things are also going to be the things that you spend the most time with, whether it be your job or the relationships that you're in. I wouldn't even just say limit it to marriage. I would also say when you're dating people, when you're dating around, when you're spinning plates. Doesn't matter if you're in a committed relationship or not. If you're constantly chasing somebody, if you're constantly chasing after girls, and you're spending a lot of time chasing after women, or vice versa, you're a woman and you spend a lot of your time receiving all this attention and validation from men, and that's all you're focused on is men, or you're a guy and you're focused on girl, that ends up shaping your whole life. It ends up taking up a lot of your time, right? And you end up spending your time chasing after people who either don't want you, don't care about you, or don't want to be with you. And if you end up marrying somebody that is difficult, if you end up getting married to somebody who's difficult, your life is gonna be difficult. If you choose a career path that you end up hating, you're gonna hate's a strong word. Let me not say that. If you choose a career path that doesn't interest you, that's boring, you're gonna spend 8 to 10 hours of your day doing something that's boring. You spend the majority of your time doing something boring. That's what your life might look like, boring, because you're spending so much time doing it. And unless you intentionally make a decision to spend the time outside of your 9 to 5 or outside of your relationships doing things that you genuinely enjoy. And that's a decision that a lot of people don't know how to make. So to go back through my points of the things that took me 27 years to learn, that I tried to keep in 15 minutes, is too many people wait for the perfect time to start living their purpose. 2, don't fear taking risks, especially when you're young. 3, progress is better than perfection. 4, find a mentor and be coachable. I want to add one more thing, and I'm going to say it really fast. And that's the only way you guys are ever going to guarantee failure in your lives is if you never start at all. I know sometimes we get stuck in the patterns where we think about every single scenario that could possibly go wrong when we have these ideas about these things we want to do in life, right? But in order to get results in anything, you have to start doing something. Whereas if you don't do anything at all, you're never going to see results, and you guarantee failure. So whatever it is that you guys want to do in this world, no matter what age you are, take the risk. It's okay to be vulnerable and jump over the mental hurdles that we have in our heads, and just do the doggone thing. But that's all I have for you guys today. I also want to insert in here really fast. I just released the book, No More 9 to 5, Breaking Free from Clocking In and Clocking Out. And if you guys are interested in buying that book, I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video so that you guys are able to purchase the book. Thank you guys for tapping in. If you guys found any value from this video today, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.